Hey beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel, Cultivating Self-Love, where we take time to give ourselves the love, time, and attention that we deserve, need, and are not obligated to give to other people because we get to be selfish. Today, I want to dive deep into a topic that has helped me transform my life, and I'm sure is going to help you transform yours. Before we begin, what I'd like for you to do is to take 3 deep cleansing breaths. As you breathe in light, love, peace, and release all of the stress and tension and anything that is causing you to feel heavy or overwhelmed. Do that 3 times and let's get started. So I remember the time in my life when I was going through the motions, doing everything everyone else wanted me to do, and not doing anything for myself. And I had no idea what self-love was, what it meant, that you should even like, let alone love yourself. So what I did, in a time I was giving so much of myself to so many people, and I was drained, I was stressed out, I was tired, so many things that did not feel good and did not align me with the life that I wanted. So I was introduced to self-love. And on that journey of self-love, I have found peace, I have found joy, I have become a better mother. I have done so many different things for myself and given myself new hobbies and things to try that has evolved my life and given me so much joy that I can now post on YouTube and tell you all the great things that I've done for myself to hopefully get you to do some things for yourself so that then we can start a ripple effect that will change the world. So today we are going over 10 things that you should know before you begin your self-love journey. Because on this journey, it is going to get rough and you are going to need to come back to these things to remind yourself of constantly. The first thing that we are going to go over is self-love is a process. It's not a destination. That's why it's called a journey, because on that journey, you are going to go up down hills, go through some things, go around some things, have some things happen. But I don't ever want you to think that there is a stopping point, that all of a sudden one day you're just gonna wake up and be like, yay, I love myself and it's so great. Now I don't ever have to do anything else again, because it's not realistic. That's just not gonna happen. So for you on a self-love journey, it's gonna be for you to take time and learn to ride the waves that come with the journey. And every day waking up and saying, I am going to love you that I see in the mirror, no matter how you show up today. Whatever you show up as today, I'm gonna love you and give you the time, attention, and whatever it is that you need. I'm gonna love you through this day, no matter what goes on. Next on my list is you are worthy of love just as you are. So the person that is watching this video right now, feel me when I say this. Feel it in your heart. Hold your heart. Right now, just as you are worthy of love. Let that sink in for a second, because I know that you think you need to do these things to get love. I know you think that you have to people please to earn someone's love. I know that you think you need to do or have or be something to get love, and that's not the case. Just by being a human on earth, you deserve love, because the divine loves you regardless. You receive divine love regardless of what you do. So why does that change from human to human? It shouldn't. Let me share my own personal way that I remind myself that I don't have to continue people pleasing or trying to be something or someone that I'm not just to receive love. So recently, I have been hosting self-love nights. And normally, I am quiet, I don't say words, and you can find me in a corner talking to no one. That's who I used to be because that's how I thought I needed to be to receive love. But now, I'm hosting self-love nights, and we're laughing and we're talking, and I'm being goofy and silly because I am the goofiest person you will ever meet. If I let you see that side. Swear, because that is a very sacred part of myself that I hold near and dear. But I am learning to let that out more often so that people can see that side of me, because there are going to be a lot of people who resonate with that part of me who will be a part of my tribe because of that. Not in spite of it, not because they don't like it. And if they don't, you know what? Fuck them. That's just where we are at this point in life. Fuck them. So, there are people who are going to love me because I am goofy. And actually, there are people who do love me because I'm goofy. So, there are going to be people who love you because of the things that you think are flaws, because of the things that you think people aren't going to like or you're afraid to let out. There are going to be people who love you because of those things. They're not going to, and some people may distance themselves from you because of those things, but that's their problem, not yours. Other people's opinion is not your job, not your problem. My favorite saying, not my monkey, not my circus. Not my monkey, not my circus. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You gotta remember that. Number 3, right? So, self-love is a foundation for everything else in your life. And you have to learn to let it be the foundation. Because so many of us have learned to give all of ourselves no matter what was going on, right? But picture this. You trying to grow these beautiful flowers, fresh vegetables that are nutrient dense, in soil that is rotten and has no minerals and it's dry and it's hard. How can you grow anything in that soil? How can you have abundant, beautiful relationships and careers and dreams if you, the soil, isn't fresh, isn't nourished, isn't beautiful and feeling abundant and loved? Those things aren't possible. So now it is up to you to give yourself the nourishment, the love, the kindness that you need in order to bloom and blossom these beautiful relationships, your dreams, your career, and all of the other things that you want out of life. So, next thing I need you to know before you start your self-love journey is boundaries are key. Needed, mandatory, you gotta do them, you gotta have them. And in setting boundaries, you are going to find it so much easier to go back into your old habits than to set the new boundaries and do the things that is going to make new you happy. So for me, boundaries was a game changer. Boundaries was when I was able to start living life and having fun and enjoying things. Because before boundaries, I had no time for myself. I said yes to everyone. I remember I had a friend who would call me anytime that they were sick, and I had gone over to their house like a day or two before, and I was like, hey, here's how you make the tea that I make to make you feel better. It's like, this is all the ingredients. I brought them all the ingredients, did all the stuff, right? But then the next day, hey, I need you to come make the tea because I don't know how to do it. But I showed you and I gave you the ingredients. What are you talking about? And I dropped everything that I was doing, like I didn't have anything going on. I dropped everything and went over there and still made the tea. That was how bad my boundaries were. Now, you called me. Sorry, can't do it. I showed you. I can tell you, I can text it to you, but I'm not coming. I don't have time. I have things going on. It is what it is. Now, that wasn't easy for me to build that. And that is also why I said it's a journey. It is going to take you going through those situations of having to say no, having to choose your boundaries over the past habits. That's a journey, and it's going to take situation after situation after situation to be able to build that muscle to feel comfortable in doing it and making it a habit that just happens naturally than you having to remember to do it every time. I hope this helps, because boundaries is one that is going to, you're going to need support there, especially if you have people-pleasing tendencies. If you have ever been a people pleaser in your life, if you're a recovering people pleaser like I am, you are going to need people in your life who support you, who love you and understand those boundaries and make you enforce your own boundaries. I hope that this one is the one that everyone takes something away from. Next, number 5. I mentioned this one earlier, but you are not defined by others' opinions. Remember what I said earlier? Fuck. I mean, just like, fuck them. Their opinions don't matter. What they need doesn't matter. Especially if it's taking so much from you and they're not reciprocating what they're receiving from you. Their opinion has nothing to do with you and how you live your life. I know for so long you have been living your life by other people's opinions. But as one of the ladies I follow on TikTok says, at the end of this life, we die. Why are we worried about other people's opinions? On your deathbed, you should be able to say, I was excited about the life I lived. I lived a full life and I enjoyed it and I did all of the things that I wanted to do. On your deathbed, you should be able to say that. And if you can't say that on your deathbed, and on your deathbed you were saying, oh, I wish, I regret, you can't get up from that. That's the end. So now in this moment is the time that you get to live and have fun. And I hope and wish and intend and pray that everyone that sees this video is able to live their life for them and not for others' opinions, if that is your wish and for the highest and greatest good of all. So for me, not living by others' opinions was a major breakthrough, because I only I would be so tense and uptight, and most of the time sitting in the back of the room quiet, like I said earlier, because I was so worried about what others thought about me. I was so worried that they get the wrong idea, create the wrong opinion, that I just sat there. No matter what, I just sat there. And it was boring, and I always wanted to get up and do stuff, or blah, blah, blah. But I never got the chance to because I was always worried about others and their opinion of me. So I missed out on really fun events in life because I was worried about other people. Bet you can't catch that now. Be out here. 6, you deserve to pride. My words get stumbled and jumbled. It's so funny when my brain is trying to get too many things out at once. You deserve to prioritize yourself. You deserve to prioritize your time, the things that you love, your business, the business you want to start, your dreams, time with your kids, time with your family, whatever it is. You deserve to prioritize that time just for you. One thing that really changed my life was prioritizing my time. Once I was able to prioritize my time and tell other people no, or I can't right now, or whatever, I was able to, well, I've started 2 businesses so far. One of them I don't work anymore or own anymore, but I've started 2 businesses when I was able to take my time back and prioritize me and my dreams. Actually, I was able to do more than that, but it was more businesses than that, but we're not going to talk about it. It's just those 2 for now. We have been taught that self-love, prioritizing your time is selfish. And honestly, in this life, you have to be selfish because we have all been so caught up on making things simple and making things easy that now we take advantage of everything and we don't prioritize other people or their time or their feelings or anything. So it is up to you to do that for yourself. It is up to you to do that for yourself. And if you don't, I hope you hit your little toe and be reminded that you need to go love yourself. You need to put your time first. Making my morning routines and my meditation times a priority really helped me to stop worrying about other people's opinions. It really helped me to see where I was lacking in my boundaries so that I can be like, nah, I'm not doing this with y'all today. It's my time. I'm going to do this for me, right? So please take the time to prioritize yourself. You are deserving and worthy of all this time and attention you keep putting on everybody else. Just because you put it on them doesn't mean that you're not worthy and deserving of it. You need it too. Take it back. One thing that I would love for everybody to know, not even just that you're starting your self-love journey or before you start, everybody needs to know this. You can replace your inner critic. Your inner critic does not have to be so mean and angry and saying so many hurtful things to you. It doesn't have to happen like that. So when I decided to meditate more and really work on talking to myself as I am my own best friend, it really changed how I saw myself and the love that I was able to give to me. And I also created a 24-hour guide to reprogram your inner critic. If you like it, I'll link it down below in the show notes. Because in 24 hours, you can learn how to reprogram your inner critic to start being more kind to yourself so that in the moments of you needing to set that boundary, you don't have your inner critic in your ear. You don't get to set the boundary. You don't get to tell these people no. You get to say, best friend, you deserve love. You deserve time. You get to say no. Don't you think that sounds better than all the mean, angry things that you keep telling yourself? I hope you receive that. So next thing I want you to know is that healing is a part of the journey. And healing is a journey. This it's a journey. It's gonna be up, it's gonna be down, it's gonna go all the way around. You might go back 20 miles just to go back for 25 miles. I don't know. But it's not always gonna look like, yay, it's great, I love myself. Some days you're gonna have bad days. Some days you're just gonna be like, Some days you're just gonna not want to do self-love. You're not gonna care. And that's okay. it's all okay. Because then the next day you're going to go back and like, I didn't like how I treated myself yesterday, so maybe let's try something different today. It's all about the reset, the reflection, the going back to the things that you want, the things that align you with what you said you wanted. Is it going to be hard? Maybe. It was never said that it was going to be easy. It's just doable. It's doable. You can do this. Number 9, self-love and self-care are completely different. Completely different. Self-love is the emotion, the things you pour into yourself. Self-care, self-love is self-care. Like, you can't have self-love without self-care, but you can be doing self-care things and not have self-love. Does that make sense? So self-care would be the actions that you take for yourself. Say you need to journal because getting all the thoughts out of your head helps you to have a clear mind. Journaling is the self-care. The self-love is knowing that you need to do it. Knowing that it helps you and why it helps you. That is the self-love. The self-care is the project of journaling. The self-love is the reasoning behind it. Self-love is knowing who you are so that you can give yourself the things that you need. The self-care is the needs, right? Bubble baths and manicures, because look, I'm manicured. They're not manicured, but they're polished. I do those things for myself too because I like them. They make me feel good. Self-care makes you feel good. Self-love is love. It makes you feel nurtured. It makes you feel seen. It gives you the confidence to be yourself because you know who you are. That is what self-love is. That is the difference between self-love and self-care. And don't get them twisted, because you can have self-care and not have self-love, but you cannot have self-love without self-care. And last but not least, number 10, you are not too strong to ask for help. Take a deep breath on that one, because I know it was hard to hear. Take another deep breath. Let me say it again. You are not too strong to ask for help. Even the trees in the forest, even the big, old, strong, wise trees, they have help. There are root systems, there are mycelium systems all under the forest floor that connect the trees together, that talk, and they ask for help. If a tree needs nutrients, it asks the other trees for help, and the other trees send it. You have to ask for help when you need it. You deserve the love, time, and attention. Not even just from yourself, but from the people that are in your tribe also. And if they are in your tribe and not willing to give you that, then they don't need to be in your tribe. I really, really hope you hear this one. So as I'm sharing these truths with you, I want you to take a moment and imagine yourself 6 months from now. Beautiful, loving yourself, taking time for yourself, confident, connected with your divine feminine, knowing that this is a journey and not a destination, and not beating yourself up for not having everything right. And then that voice of doubt that used to say that you're not enough, you can't do this, is replaced with a gentle, loving, kind voice that guides you through life to your dreams. You look in the mirror and then you finally see the beautiful person that you've always known that was there, finally out in the open and enjoying life. Can you feel the peace that comes with having that? If that is something that you are looking for, I invite you to join my Empower Your Inner Goddess program. It's a group setting where we dive deep into the astrology, not the astrology, into your astrology, and how it can help you know how to love yourself and the self-care rituals and routines that you need to build so that you can be strong, powerful, confident, and walking in your divine feminine, receiving all that you need. So right now, if you're feeling overwhelmed by emotions that seem too big to handle, you're lost on your healing journey, you feel exhausted from everybody else's problems and issues that they keep bringing you, you feel trapped in the cycle of negative self-talk, or like your worth is measured by productivity and always having to do things, this program is for you. I shared all of the things for you because I was you at one point. All of those things that I told you to do is because I've had to do them myself. One thing that I started cultivating self-love with was learning to lead by authentic example. I have learned, I have done everything. All of those 10 tips, I have learned them. I have had to put them in place on every step of this journey in different aspects, and having to redo them because they needed to be reconfigured or made stronger because things happened. And every step of your journey, as you love yourself more and more, you're going to have to implement those things more and more. So if any of these things helped you, if any of these things sound like you would love help with them, I am always a resource. The group coaching program is free until the spring equinox. And I have plenty of videos on here that are messages and guidance to help you truly love yourself and become the divine being who you know you are meant to be. So if this has helped you, please feel free to share, like, subscribe. I am coming out with more videos just like this to help you on your self-love journey, to empower you so that we together can change the world, because it's up to us. It is up to you and me to make this world a better place for everyone else here. And the way you do that is by changing yourself. I am sending you so much peace, so much love, and so much light.